Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Don't forget, we're all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, our official website is StephenKnightShow.com. You also watch us on our YouTube channel, Stephen Knight Show. Our 91-year-old civil rights pioneer was stabbed multiple times when she was walking her dog through Boston Park last Wednesday evening, with a pup coming to her rescue and injuring the assailant amidst the attack, according to authorities. Jean McGuire, the first Black social worker to work in the Boston public school system, was walking her dog Bailey through the Playstead Park in the Jamaica Plain neighborhood around 8:30 p.m. when an unidentified person approached and stabbed her, according to CBS Boston. The victim and her dog fought off the assailant after she was stabbed multiple times, police say. When McGuire was taken to a nearby hospital for non-life-threatening injuries, preliminary investigation reveals the suspect may have also been injured during the attack. Apparently, the dog, while her friend did an interview and said that she was kicking the man in his crotch while the dog was biting him. And so they believe that he might have had some bite marks on him, but they don't know who it is. They don't even know why it was, they don't know if it was race related or what the motivation was. But about her, she is a civil rights pioneer, being the first woman of color to be elected to the Boston School Committee. In 1981, she became the first woman of color to be elected to the Boston School Committee and helped found METCO, the Metropolitan Council for Educational Opportunity, a program that started in the 1960s to help desegregate the schools within the city. But they said she fought the person off. She had non-life-threatening injuries. I mean, just imagine a 91-year-old, you don't get this far in life to be stabbed in the park walking your dog. Chike, what are your thoughts about her fighting back, though?
Good for her.
Yeah.
Killed it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that dog, shout out to the dog, because some dogs like to play, but that dog was holding it down. Linnea, what are your thoughts on this?
You know what? I'm just gonna say it. Whoever it was, I hope that his manhood is shredded beyond repair.
Mm-hmm.
And that he drops the soap a lot of times, that he no longer knows what it is to take a dump.
Oof.
And he can't sit down. And I would like for his esophagus to be stretched out so much that he can't swallow.
Mm.
God bless her. I wish her a speedy recovery.
Yeah.
And because, that's somebody's mother, somebody's grandmother, somebody's great-grandmother, and she's been through some things,
Mm-hmm.
and she's probably taken this walk a lot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And on this day, somebody decided to be Satan's dog.
Yep. And
I hope and I pray that everything that I just said comes to fruition for them.
Well, they said that the assailant, he tried to run away when he was getting attacked by the dog and by this woman, but he couldn't get away initially. And eventually he was able to flee. What would motivate someone to do this?
Desperation.
Yeah.
Desperation. So he got a lot of work to do on himself, but yeah, he got to get that energy back. So I'm happy. I'm happy she was able to make it out of that and continue to live a little bit longer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can I just say one more thing? I have these conversations with Linnea quite often. It's this one word that keeps coming to me, and it's audacity. These people in this world are very audacious in some of the acts that they want to do. These school shootings, these attacks on people. You're sitting there, and what is the course of your thinking that makes you decide, oh, I feel like I can do this to this person because of whatever reason. And then you decide to do it. It's very audacious of you. Audacity is going to start getting people killed.
It's true. It's true.
Drugs and desperation.
That same audaciousness, right? My friend is running for city council in my hometown. We were having a conversation. She had a get together yesterday. They were talking about things happening around the schools in the city. A parent went up to the school and beat up a principal.
Wow.
Even though her child was in the wrong.
See?
This is what I'm talking about. I can't even.
So let me ask the question, just for all the audacious people out there. That same mindset where a parent goes up to the school to beat up the principal. What if the principal shot that parent point blank in the principal's office when they came to do that? Now what?
It blows my mind. I read a story. I don't know where it was, but a 17-year-old girl was fighting a 10-year-old.
Oh my gosh.
And then they both, both the kids, the one mom trying to break it up. And then the 17-year-old's mom comes and the other mom is like, I'm not trying to fight you. Like, my daughter is too young. Like, I'm not.
Right.
The 17-year-old's mom stabbed her, dead. Now that 10-year-old little girl ain't got no mom because of you and your 17-year-old daughter. And she wasn't even trying to fight you. All the neighbors were out there. Her daughter just saw her die. Like, I went to go tell my mom I was fighting. She probably feel like it was her fault.
Yeah.
Or the chick that dismembered her landlord because she wasn't paying her rent.
Yeah, evicted. Yeah, I saw that.
Are you kidding me? You dismembered your landlord, but she had already had issues. I read more into the story. She had threatened a neighbor. They had already called the cops. She done been to the nut house. She should have been locked away.
Yeah. Wow. Well, switching gears, so I can't believe it's not butter. They said the first was a shortage of ketchup, chicken thighs, chicken wings, and now a shortage of butter. According to New York Post, data from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the amount of butter sitting in the U.S. storage facilities in August fell 10% month over month. However, it's down 22% compared to the same time a year ago. Midwest butter makers say that the spot loads of cream are very tight to unavailable. And the Northeast retail butter demands are picking up, but tight inventories are causing some producers to regulate supplies across existing orders. Now, the USDA reports that also stated that there were 282 million pounds of butter in warehouses last month, but that's down from 362 million across 2021. The inflation still is on the rise and the cost of groceries increased is almost 14%, but butter increased by nearly 25%. And last year we had the ketchup shortage. I'm just saying, thank God I eat vegan butter, but she can, what is your, what can you live without your butter?
Honestly, I can. It may not sound right, but I'm a margarine fan. I like margarine. I was raised on margarine. My grandma pulled out the margarine. Margarine has a little bit more taste to it than butter for me. So sorry, butter lovers. But you said something about chicken wings. That's a problem for me.
Well, chicken, okay, and I have a issue with some of these restaurants. There was a shortage of chicken wings. I'm a wing connoisseur. And I mean, you could get the same amount of wings and it was like double the price. But wing shortages started to, it's gotten better and the wing is still expensive. They think they're slick. Oh, not yet. Just butter. Do you eat butter? Are you gonna miss out? What? Thanksgiving's around.
I don't know if you guys know I'm a raw foodist, right?
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I'm a raw foodist. I think she came out and done this. I became a raw foodist last April.
Okay.
Yeah, I became a complete raw. So I don't eat butter. I only eat I don't eat anything that's processed or cooked actually. So I'm drinking my spring water now. But yeah, I've been a raw foodist since then.
Oh wow. What made you do that?
Overall health benefits. I've been studying it for a while and I just decided to do it during last Ramadan. I started it during Ramadan and I asked God to make it easy for me, and sure enough, it was easy. I took off, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, you know, I've inspired a few people around me to do certain things, but the butter don't affect me. I don't even eat it.
You don't have an issue.
I don't have an issue.
But
But I know a lot of people will have.
Right. What about you, Lydia?
First thing, Nair, you're gonna have to talk to me about this raw Buddhist thing. I would love to hear about it, later. I had switched over to vegan butter. So I don't do regular butter or margarine anymore. And I had, filtered away from doing it in my food. And it's little changes that I've made, but I mean, I love my vegan butter. It's the same to me.
It tastes the same to me. The vegan butter.
It tastes the same to me. So I know that chicken wings have become ridiculous. Because when I go, I'm a chicken connoisseur too, Steve.
Right.
And we like a good chicken wing over here.
Exactly.
And I'll be looking at these prices and I'm like, well, then what is this filet mignon? Like, what is going on? Like,
crazy.
Y'all charging me for these chicken wings, and especially if it's not the whole wing. Like, you giving me this little crackhead chicken wing,
Right.
the whole thing because I be hungry and I need that whole wing. And we be getting cheated, but y'all keep it up with these prices. I just paid like $20 for like 12 wings.
There's this lounge out here. I won't say the name and put them on blast. I do like the lounge, but they have wings there. They're literally this big.
That's not where we went.
Not where we went, no. But I was saying to one of my friends, if I were the waiter, I'd be embarrassed bringing this out. Because they're so small.
No. True story. Linnea and I just went to go eat. And I ordered on the menu, it said, what did it say, Linnea?
It said big dark damn rooster wings or something like that.
Yeah, rooster wings. The rooster is the biggest chicken.
Mm-hmm.
The wing was literally that big.
Yep.
He said, what's this? This ain't what the
Me every time. That's me every time. Well, listen, we complain about wings and butter, but also crab legs, no crab legs. It's limited.
I'm gonna protest. Where we going? I'm protesting.
But listen,
I can draw the line somewhere.
The mystery is no one knows why. So the first time in history, the Alaska Department of Fish and Game has canceled the winter snow crab season in Berlin Sea due to limited availability, resulting in low numbers. It reports that nearly 1 billion have disappeared in 2 years, and no one seems to know why. An estimated 1 billion crabs have mysteriously disappeared in 2 years, state officials said. It marks a 90% drop in their population. Now, Ben Daly, he's a researcher with ADF&G, investigating the situation, and says that disease could be one reason to blame for the disappearance of crabs. He also says that climate control could be a reason. Environmental conditions are changing rapidly. We've seen warm conditions in the Berlin Sea in the last couple of years, and we're seeing a response in cold adapted species. So it's pretty obvious this is connected. It is a coronary and a coal mine for other species that need cold water. So I saw this on CBS Mornings, and they were saying people don't really know why these crabs are leaving, but those are some of the reasons why they think. And it's interesting because I used to have crab leg Tuesdays, and then crabs have been expensive all since the pandemic. And so they were actually lower at my grocery store last week. I just looked at them. And so when I saw this story, I went to the grocery store to see if they went up. They sure did. The price went up for the crab legs. Now you know this doesn't affect you at all. But what is this? 1 billion crabs are gone.
That's crazy. I did used to like crab legs. I did used to like them a lot. And I used to eat them with butter.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I did. That is strange. That's strange. It reminds me of that period of time when they were finding those dead animals just in mass. Yeah. That is a strange phenomenon. So probably does have a lot to do with some disease, some sort of a wipeout. But then again, it also might be something else. But that's strange. It's strange.
It's strange.
Yeah.
Strange. Chike, do you do crab legs? Eat crab legs?
I eat them, but I don't necessarily have to have them. I kind of take my dad's mindset. It's a lot of work for too much it's a little bit of meat.
I'm a pro.
Good. It's a delicacy. I do like them, but I don't have to have them.
Yeah.
But as to what's happening in the world, I saw online today this gentleman, he lived in Mississippi. He went to the Mississippi River and the river had receded to the point where there was sand. And he said, as long as I've been alive, I've never seen the Mississippi River with the sand beach. So the world is changing. And if people aren't waking up and grasping a hold of that, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. So not only are your crabs and your butters and chickens going to change, where we live is going to change, how you live is going to change. Things are going to get more expensive because the way of life as we know it is going to change.
I know.
It's coming.
Linnea.
Emotional for me because crab legs are dear to my heart.
Oof.
And I feel some type of way because they play a very, very special role in my life. And I just want to say that at some point I'm gonna have to go to Crack Crab because that's my favorite place to go. And just make sure that I can become one with some. Now that's when I eat some butter. I ain't gonna lie, because they ain't got no vegan butter. But I am a crab leg girl.
Yes.
And I can't have this now. I suffered with the chicken wings now.
Right.
Don't do this with these crab legs. Because I'm trying my best. It's probably why my friend keep torturing me. We're going vegan. But I wouldn't know what to do with my life if I couldn't have crab legs. I'm not gonna lie. I don't get them all the time. So when I treat myself, she ain't know. I put my bib on, I got my gloves on. I'm going in. So I don't, if this is and I don't like getting them from the grocery store. So because I do feel like they're more expensive there.
Yeah.
But yeah, if this is true, I'm gonna have a talk with Jesus tonight.
Yes. Well, hopefully we can get some crab legs soon, but not here, Well, listen, Linnea, Naya, thank you again for Hot Topics. Appreciate your time. Hope you have a great week, and we will talk to you again next Monday. Right back after this.